Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another top 10 insert characters that I want in The Simpsons tapped out. Now today, I thought that we would do the long-awaited Simpsons pets, so I'm forcing it. I'm sorry, but we're doing it. It's been too long since I've had this one ready. So, The Simpsons pets. So obviously, The Simpsons have had a lot of pets in the game before that they have owned. But I want to exclusively have a category in the game for Simpsons pets that would include like Santa's Little Helper, Snowball 2, Stampy, pets that actually the Simpsons family have owned, even if it is for a brief period of time. I think there should just be a separate category for other pets, and then characters like Jub Jub, for example. I generally think like Jub Jub should just be thrown in with the Bouvier family. I just think The Simpsons is too big of a family to add all of it, and I like the idea of having an exclusive category with just, Homer, Marge, Maggie, Bart, Lisa, and Grandpa. I think that works, and then have an extended family for the other Simpsons characters, and then have a pet for the pets. So that's just my idea. The only, catch to this one is I'm not including Nibbles because I feel like he's difficult to place. So Nibbles obviously is like the school hamster that Lisa sometimes has on lend, as in she's looking after him. And then there's another episode where I presume Bart is looking after him and he's brought him home. But Nibbles, I don't really consider him a Simpsons pet, although he is in there, like, briefly. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit iffy, so I probably wouldn't say Nibbles should be added to the category if they made it. Nibbles probably should just be in a separate one, maybe even school faculty, because he technically is a school hamster. I know he's not staff, necessarily, but, he's in that vein. So, yeah, no Nibbles, sadly, but don't worry, because we're doing some other Simpsons pets. So let's move on. Number 10. So number 10 is actually Princess. Now I know that Princess is technically in the game in form of a decoration. So basically, this was added in the Wild West, and it's Princess right here in this little stable. Now I'm like on this. I much would rather if Princess was added as a proper NPC. Now it's like the reason why I've put her as number 10 is I'm not that bothered about it. But, I don't know, I feel like it would be cool in a future update if they re-added this, maybe to the prize track. So this was added, let's say this was re-added to the prize track, and then once you place it, you get the NPC. And if you already have this, then you already get the NPC. And then basically Princess will walk around the town instead of just being in this stable. Yeah, I don't know, I would just prefer this personally. I would prefer her to be an NPC. There is also an animation with Lisa, but they could easily just add Princess as an NPC and then include that animation. You have to have the NPC to be able to do that animation, which they've done before in the game with like Maggie and all that. Marge's tasks with Maggie. So it's not something they've not done before. Yeah, I just really like Princess in the game as a proper NPC. Yeah, it's not a big ask, not a big deal, but yeah, still. I thought I'd mention it. So that's number 10, Princess. Number 9 is Bart Jr. So, yeah, this is another one that I'm a bit disappointed they still haven't added. Now, Bart Jr. is the frog that Bart brings to Australia and basically infests the whole of Australia with this type of frog because he ends up breeding like mad. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like NPC is, again, probably the best thing for him. I don't expect him to have full playable tasks or anything, but definitely would like Bart Jr. to be added as a NPC to the game. So that is number 9, Bart Jr. Not really much more to say, but it would be cool to have a little frog ribbiting around. Number 8 is Santa's Little Hybrid. So I could be cool with either. They could either give Santa's Little Hybrid tasks or give Santa's Little Hybrid just as added as an NPC. Now, the reason why it's even so high is it's just one of those future characters that I think is just hilarious, and it's a shame that we haven't got it yet. So obviously this is a future character. This is Santa's Little Helper in the future, gets merged with Snowball 2's body to create Santa's Little Hybrid. Yeah, I just think it's a funny little thing, and maybe actually give it tasks. I guess they can talk, right? So give it tasks, why not? yeah, I just feel like this could be a great little character to have. So yeah, I'll put that as number 8. Moving on. Number 7 is Lou the Bull. And as again, Lou does appear. I forget the building. I forgot to include it, but Lou does appear in a building. I think, or a decoration where you can see his little head poking out. But again, I much would rather if they added Lou as a proper NPC. So yeah, add Lou as an NPC. Thank you, please. Yeah, it would be much cooler to get him as an NPC walking around in the game. And I think there's an argument you could have tasks as well, because obviously in the episode Lou gets like really, really fat, you know, because he gets brought to an abattoir. So like, I don't know, I feel like they could do something with that as well. Maybe he could have an anime tasks as well, possibly. But anyway, that's number 7, Lou the Bull. Moving on, number 6, if it will load. Number 6 is Strangles. Okay, so I feel like he is like one of the coolest of the snakes. This is a pet that Bart briefly has after losing Santa's little helper, right, to the police force. So basically, Santa's little helper joins the police force, and Strangles is basically Bart's like replacement pet for a bit. And he goes around the school and stuff. Yeah, he's a pretty cool snake. I really like him. I feel like they can add him to the game. Maybe even give him tasks. I wouldn't be entirely against him getting tasks. He was quite prominent in the episode, so yeah, that's number 6. Strangles. Pretty cool. Moving on. Number 5 is Laddie. So Laddie is Bart's dog that he has briefly in the show, and then as well, Laddie ends up in the end joining the police force. I forget exactly. I get these episodes mixed up. That's not the same episode, is it? Wait, yeah, because wait, hang on, I'm so confused. I think the Laddie one. Oh, wait, is it the other way around? Is the Strangles one in a different episode? I don't even remember. Yeah, but Laddie obviously ends up joining the police force in the end. Bart buys the dog, and then Santa's little helper gets a bit jealous, and then Laddie ends up joining the police force at the end. So, yeah, pretty cool dog. Actually, do think Laddie should have tasks, personally, because Laddie does like a lot of like undog-like things in the episode that I generally think could be really awesome animations. Like Laddie waters the plants and stuff. So it'd be cool to get some of those things as animations. So I definitely think Laddie should have tasks. Number 4 is Coltrane, aka Snowball 4. We've got Snowball 1, we've got Snowball 2. Why not have Snowball 4? I put Snowball 4 here because A, this is the 4th position, and I feel like this one's the least interesting looking one. It looks generally like a cat version of Bart. So yeah, I put that as number 4. But then number 3 is Snowball 3. Again, hey, free for free. This one she just looks, I presume it's she or he, looks really cool. Look, it's a nice looking cat, so I feel like this could be a great cat to have in the game too. And then number 2, are you ready? I should probably mention, these 2 should be NPCs as well. Like, I don't think these should be full playable characters, but they would be cool NPCs nonetheless. Anyway, number 2 is Pinchy. Oh, wait, it's not the other Snowball? No. Number 2 is Pinchy. So, yes, we've technically got Pinchy in the game in the form of that big-ass monster thing that comes out of that one building, but I think Pinchy should be added as his true lobster form in the game. Just a little lobster walking around. And there should be a task with Homer, or with Pinchy actually. Pinchy has a task where like Homer can walk him around the town, and we'll see him on like a little lead, which we did in the episode. But basically, I would really like to have Pinchy as an actual proper, full playable character, just clumbering around our town. I feel like it'd be really funny to look at, and yeah, it's a shame that we still haven't got him yet. I generally think a superheroes update might be the right place to add him, just because Pinchy played a big part in the Superhero 2 update, so yeah, I don't know, that could be cool. And then number 1, can we have that drum roll? Number 1 is Snowball 5. So the reason why Snowball 5 is the number 1, and goes above all these characters is because I think there's something unique that they can do with Snowball 5. So obviously we've got these cats before in the game. We've obviously got Snowball 1 and Snowball 2, and we could get Snowball 3 as an NPC and Snowball 4 as an NPC. But I really think they should add tasks for Snowball. We've got them for Santa's Little Helper. Why not for Snowball? Now, I know that Snowball is less prominent of a character in the show. For example, Santa's Little Helper has a lot more spotlight episodes, and he does a lot more than Snowball 2, and it's actually sometimes played for laughs. But Snowball 2, I still think should have tasks, because, you know, they always change it. He/she really is a character that appears a lot of times. So I generally do think that tasks for Snowball 2 should happen. But we've already got Snowball 2 in the game who doesn't have tasks. So they could just quite simply give Snowball 2 tasks. That's one way around it. That could work. But I feel like they could do something really unique, because in one episode, I forget what it's called now. It's the same update with the battle robots, but basically, I Annoyed Grunt, is it? Basically, what happens in that episode is Snowball 2 dies, and Lisa gets a replacement, Snowball 3, and then Snowball 3 dies, and so she gets a replacement, Snowball 4, and Snowball 4 dies, and then she ends up getting a replacement, Snowball 5, who looks identical to Snowball 2, so Lisa just says, I'm going to call you Snowball 2, and then they do a Principal and the Pauper joke right at the end of the episode. Now, the Principal and the Pauper has been strucken from the canon, but this episode hasn't explicitly been. Now, I know they make that joke at the end, so you can say, well, it implies it is, but they never explicitly say, like, no writer has came out and said, yes, this is struck from the canon. So I can only take that to say that this episode is still in the canon. There's a few other evidence for why this episode isn't in the canon. For example, Professor Frink's son, we never see him again. So some people say, well, because his son never appears again, it's clear they wrote him out, so that the whole episode is written out. Possible. But, I don't know. I feel like we can still consider it canon. And it doesn't even matter too much anyway, because Tapped Out isn't canon. Snowball 5, I feel like could be added in an update like this, and actually given full set tasks to explain why, I mean, we have Snowball 3, we have Snowball 5, and if they want, they can even swap it around. So they can just give us Snowball 5 as an NPC, and we can have Snowball 2 as a full set of tasks. I mean, either way, I don't know, I'd rather Snowball 2 have the tasks personally, but I wouldn't be against Snowball 5 being added and given the tasks either. I feel like that could be a cool solution, because technically, every episode after that one episode, when we've seen Snowball 2, it's actually been Snowball 5. So, yeah, why not? But anyway, I know not technically because it's like a silly retcon thing, but you get my gist. Anyway, that's my idea. Make sure to head over to the Discord to vote for which one you want to see next. There are 3 options in the Discord, and those options are top 10 pets, just blanket pets. So, well, animals, I guess. Top 10 animals. So these are non-Simpsons pets animals. The second one is top 5 Mackleberries, and the third is top 10 wise guys. So, yeah, go over to click which one you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.